What's happening? I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. And right now we're about to talk about who the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Toronto Raptors. I know everybody in Canada right now is still a buzz with that buzzer-beating, series-clinching, three-pointer fadeaway in the side over Joel Embiid, crying-inducing after the game shot that was seen around the world. I know there's still all a buzz about that, but you know, you gotta move on, you gotta set your path straight, and you gotta move on and reset and refocus on the task at hand. And these Milwaukee Bucks are not, I know they both wear green, but they're not the Boston Celtics of the 2018-2019 season. Now, if you enjoy unbiased content about the NBA, the NFL, sports in general, current events, entertainment from a unique perspective with no hidden agenda, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll learn it every time there's a brand new video. But like I said, we're talking about the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1, and basically they were just filling out each other. You know, these teams are kind of similarly matched, except that I guess the Milwaukee Bucks are a little bit younger. I mean, they're going a little bit older over there in Toronto because they're in a win now phase. They want to make sure and try to convince Kawhi Leonard, you know, to stay with them after the season, which I don't believe he's going to do, but we'll talk about that at another time. It's the chance is slim and none that he's going to stay in Toronto, but hey, you never know. Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot and go for it. But the Milwaukee Bucks, both of these teams, they've got one superstar, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they've got a bunch of above-average players surrounding them that fit well into their respective systems, and they complement that star, you know, depending on what it is that they do. You know, for the Milwaukee Bucks, you know, basically for both teams, it was a terrible game. I mean, if you like basketball, it was good to watch. It had some exciting moments, but you want to see the stars. You want to see the stars perform well, and you want to see Giannis with 40 points and 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, you know, and 6 assists, and that just did not happen. And then you want to see Kawhi with maybe another buzzer beat or something, another fantastic performance. He has been absolutely killing it during the playoffs. That did not happen as well. Both of these teams are elite defensive teams, and not only do they have elite defensive individuals, but they're as a collective, I mean, he's even better than the sum of their parts. But like I said, man, you got Chris Middleton, you know, who hopefully the Dallas Mavericks might be able to get. You know, if the Dallas Mavericks decide they don't want him, hey, there's a place over there where it's purple and gold that will definitely have use of your services. But he is an elite defender, so of course, you know, Kawhi's not going to score 50 and 60. I mean, he could, but it's going to be real difficult when you got this guy hounding you, and even when you get past him, then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, right behind him, and Eric Brook Lopez was like leading the lead in blocks. I mean, hey, man, it's a tough defensive unit to get by. You know, it's the same thing on the other side. You know, for Giannis, I mean, hey, look, listen, you got Kawhi there, you got Pascal Siakam. I mean, you got a bunch of guys here that, you know, yeah, a former defensive player of the year, Marc Gasol, even though it's a lot slower now, but you know, so it's real difficult to really get by these guys and just have an explosive game like that. I mean, ask Kyrie Irving after that first game when he blew up, it was like, you know what, let's just shut all this off. And then he had like the worst 4 games of his entire playoff career. I mean, they just put the bottleneck on this guy. They made him just like 4 people on him at all times, and it just did not work out. I mean, so this game was going back and forth. I mean, but both teams, they struggled, and they struggled mightily. I mean, because of the supreme defensive efforts, and they were just still trying to figure each other out. And it's just like, man, you don't have to figure out defense. Defense is a lot about it. You have to have a good scheme. You got to have a good scheme, but you got to have people that can individually do it and have that heart and that hustle and never give up mentality. And both of these teams had that, so that's why it was a struggle back and forth. Basically, for both teams, only one person played well. For the Milwaukee Bucks, we're talking about Brook Lopez. And we're talking about Brook Lopez. Like, Brook Lopez, when he was with the Lakers, yes, yeah, I remember, and I thought we were going to re-sign him, but we didn't do that. But man, this guy, before everyone gets up, jumping up and down, like, yeah, I mean, this is going to happen. A lot of things happen in this game where they went against the norm. People usually shoot a certain percentage. They did a lot lower than that or a lot higher than that. They usually get more points, and they got a lot less, or they score. You know, things, you can't depend on this stuff going on right now. That's like Shaquille O'Neal, notoriously bad free throw shooter. You expected him to shoot 80% from the free throw line, you know, just because he did it last game. That's not going to happen, you know, because historically he's extremely poor, around 40-45% or something like that. It's horrible, horrific numbers. You know, you can't depend on, hey, he gonna shoot 80%. Man, you're gonna get fired. You're gonna get fired if you're basing your offense on him in 80% on the free throw line. But I mean, this guy Brook Lopez, he usually scores about 12 points a game, I guess, during the season, during the regular season, and then the playoffs. He's been scoring about 10 points a game. This guy had 29. What? I mean, of course, hey man, the Bucks are gonna take that win. They're going to take that win, but we can't live, we can't ride or die, we can't live, we can't let it ride, put all chips on the table. You know, Brook Lopez scoring above 20 points a game again, you know, for the rest of the series. And then you've got this guy, Kyle Lowry, you know, for the Toronto Raptors. I mean, this guy averages like 14 points. Which is, which is, I guess, respectable if he wasn't making $31 million a year, which is outrageous. Make me foam at the mouth. I think he's stealing money from over there. That's besides the point, but he averages about 14, points a game. And he usually shoots about 33% from the three-point line. This guy shot 77%. From the three-point line today. 77%. 77%. There's some people in the league who would hope they would give all kinds of money back. If they could shoot 77% from the free throw line. He shot 77% from the three-point line. I had like 30 points. This is like the best game of his playoffs, the whole entire playoffs this year. I mean, he's been doing nothing. He's been struggling mightily, but he hit 7 threes today. Okay, all right. Shot 77%. Listen, man, don't spend no money, not to rent money, no money if you can't afford to lose. Don't bet the house on Kyle Lowry, hitting 7 3-pointers or shooting 77%, because that is also outrageous.
How will the Claw handle the Greek Freak? As first, the task is handed off to Pascal Siakam, and he's not up to the task. Wow, look at that steal. Man, how many feet is he going to cover with that, man? Jesus Christ. Look like he's taking off at the three-point line. Let's look at this again. Oh, man. Picks the ball up around the three-point line, takes them 2 steps, and Euro step. Goes right to 1-on-3, and it's a problem. Then they commit the foul because they know he's going to have a hard time getting back down the floor. Smart move. They're giving him the 3 because he's so strong driving into the hole. Marc Gasol's like, let me just go and let this guy shoot. And he's actually shooting and making them. Kawhi said, I can't shoot either unless it's in the mid-range or the post. He said, I can drive in, hit the little runner going into the lane. I can shoot threes. Let's see who really is the best player in the Eastern Conference. Then Kawhi. Kawhi getting in the post. Kawhi again in the post. Kawhi getting in the post. He's too much. Step back. Wet. You know what that is. That was too nice. That was pretty good defense, but just not good enough. Oh, my God. Pascal Siakam with the sledgehammer. I didn't even know they allowed that type of craftsmanship at nighttime in Milwaukee. But look at that. That is Canada's finest right now. Look at them on the break. George, get that out of here. But no one boxed out the Greek Freak. No one boxed him out. So the put back. Good move. 1-on-2. Nobody else is cutting. Nobody's moving. Talking to you, Kyle Lowry. Oh, man. Good shot. Good follow through. Way to go on a pull-up. Jumper for Kawhi Leonard with the hand all in his face. That's a 7-footer he just shot right over. Got to get that flick of the wrist. Got to get the, that is two. Once it's in the claw, there is no stopping that. He didn't even attempt to try to block it. Oh, good move. Good move, but the defense was too good. Oh, no, looked like, Giannis got hurt for a second, but he was good to go. He is a freak for a reason. Look at this powerful move. He is going 1-on-4. That's why I'm telling you, this guy is not going to be back in Toronto next year unless a miracle takes place, because he's got no help whatsoever. And then, the help for Giannis. He said, Brook Lopez said, I'm actually going to make one of these. I'm going to make one of these. I made a couple of them with the Lakers last year, but I need to help y'all boys out, so hopefully we can get past the claw, because he's doing it all himself. But then he's like, look at this. Kyle Lowry said, you know what? I got a 7-footer. I can score on him. I can't score on George Hill or Eric Bledsoe, but I can score on him, though. Might as well go and get this side step back slash in between move, knock down the worst shot in basketball, which is a long foot on the line 2-pointer. But then he starts, you know what? I can play some D. Chris Middleton, he said, give me that. I'll go ahead and take that. And the pick 2 and the pick 6 in football. We call it the pick 2 in basketball. Nice move. Oh, man, going right through 2 people like they're not even there. Pascal Siakam has his hands full, but he says, I can do it too. And make the basket. Kyle Lowry with another 3. This is the best performance of the playoffs for Kyle Lowry. He shot 77%. Which is outrageous, but way to be spotter. Johnny on the spot, knocked down that 3. Pascal Siakam, he needed that. And then look at this move. This had to be a travel. He slid his foot about 2 feet and then left. Oh my God, Brook Lopez wide open. Game, set, match.
Got Giannis Antetokounmpo. This guy was, he's shooting like 50-something% from the field. He's making more than half because he gets a lot of dunks and layups, and he gets fouled a lot, so he shoots a lot of free throws, so those don't count as shot attempts. But he shot like 42%. Like 10% different. That's a huge, ginormous difference. He just struggled a little bit, and he usually has about 1.4 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. It was closer to 1 to 1. Today, because he was throwing the ball away quite a few times. Speaking of throwing the ball away, this guy Kawhi Leonard. He's been not having just a great playoffs. Because he's already got Finals MVP when he's with the Spurs. But man, he's had a phenomenal playoff. Not just the series, but the whole playoffs. He's been killing it, shooting at historical record numbers. But man, he was shooting like 40-something%, like 37% from 3, to 37 and 39%, and he went like 1 for 6, no, 1 for 5 or something like that. It was 1 for 5. It was just like 20%. I'm like, wow. Why he could knock nothing down, and that was a problem. That was part of the struggle. You go 1 for 5 and you usually shoot like 37-39%. That's going to be a problem. And then for God's sake, he had more turnovers than he did assists. That was not good. So both of their stars were struggling a little bit, I guess, because of tremendous defensive pressure, and all the other above average players, they weren't really stepping it up either. So it's not like I could dish it off, take a rest, gather my senses and my wits about me, and then see how I can further attack this defense in the future. It's like, no, it's every play you gotta make a play. It's all on you. You gotta make a play every time. So that was the problem. What swung it in the Bucks' favor is that they had a certain jolt and enthusiasm from this guy Malcolm Brogdon. He's been out for a few months with a slight plantar fasciitis tear, in his foot, and this is his first game back. Now this could also be fool's gold. He's a really good player, but he can't be in shape. He can't be in game. There's just no way he can be in game shape. There's just no possible way he can be in game shape. But sometimes when they come back, they give you that burst of adrenaline, that energy, come out, have a great game. That's what happened here. So that's what tipped it into the Milwaukee Bucks' favor. He came in, shot well, came in off the bench. He's a starter. Came in off the bench, shot well, defended well, got on the break, and was just a boost to the team overall. Now, don't put any money on that, because a lot of times I've seen it before in the past. They come back in that first game like, yeah, and then they come back down to their senses. The next day they're super sore and they're not feeling good because I haven't played professional basketball in months. And it's a huge difference between riding on a bicycle or doing individual drills by yourself. But Malcolm Brogdon, he tipped it in their favor today. I don't know if Nick Nurse for the Toronto Raptors is going to be able to make the necessary adjustments. Hopefully he will, and I don't want Brook Lopez to start sucking, but I want him to, shoot more around, what he normally does, because I don't like to see fluky performances, tip the scales in anybody's favor. I want everybody to do what we know you can do, and everybody perform like they're supposed to perform, and maybe a little bit better, because it is the playoffs. We talking about the playoffs, and what I'm talking about is you guys continue to support these videos. I appreciate it. Hopefully I get some new subscribers all in the huge country of Toronto. Not Toronto. That's, I guess, the province. I'm not sure. Leave a message down in the comment section. But the huge country of Canada behind Toronto to the fullest. They got the whole country behind them. So I'm not mad at that type of support. People have been asking me to talk more about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. Hopefully I get some subscribers over there from Milwaukee. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time I drop a brand new video. I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. Holla.